President of Obama has settled the 30,000 of additional troops in Afghanistan to give the aid to the already existing troops that have been settled in Afghanistan and the status quo. What we want to portray here, ladies and gentlemen, is how we could maximize any form of any wise or resources owed by the United States of America to ensure our victory in the global war on terror in Afghanistan and in other kind of global war on terror. I'll give you an example how the United States of America had enacted the military draft in 2007 and to recruit the military new recruitment for the use of the United States of America. This is to empower our army, United States Army, and since 2007, the society who applies for the military is being granted this reward from the government. But the problem is that there is some part of the society that has not been used by the government, that has not been utilized by the government. That is the society with the heinous crimes in the prison all through the United States of America. And we define the heinous crime here as those who are undergoing a life sentence or a death penalty for the crimes that they have committed. For example, the the serial killer or the rapist killer. But we believe in the time of war, we should absorb any resources and any possible ways we have to augment our effort and to gain our victory in the global war and terror. Therefore, in order to realize our proposal, we would like to set up a couple numbers of mechanisms. The first number of mechanism is that we would like the prisoners convicted with the heinous crimes has the option to come to the military services, and in that military services, they will have the right to apply for the military services. And this law shall apply to every criminal as long as they fulfill the standard of the military recruitment and the status quo. And the second mechanism, if these prisoners opt to become an army, then the government will train them. They train them as the usual with the standardized military recruitment. For example, the tactics, the strategies, the basic standard of weaponry, for example, and so on and so forth. Just the same with the conventional military draft and the status quo. And it is not only stopped at the military training and the military drilling and the physical military training, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to extend that into the indoctrination of what is patriotism, of what is nationhood and what is nationalism. Therefore, we would ensure that they will strive the best to defend our country. And the third mechanism is we would like to ensure that when they apply for these military services, the government has given thorough information of the danger. What is the danger? What is the responsibility? And what is the how-tos in the battlefield, ladies and gentlemen. Therefore, we believe that these prisoners will have their rational choice and fair consideration when they apply for this service and apply for this contract. And the fourth mechanism is in the matters regarding how they are being positioned, how they are being stationed in the warfare. We believe that which division of squadron, which location of war, for example, whether or not they're going to be the general or legion or cadet or what, and so on and so forth, is subject to the military authority regulation, and therefore it is going to be done. And the fifth mechanism, the last mechanism, is what they want to apply. Upon their application to the military services, they will have to undergo a contract for 5 years inside the military of the United States of America. And upon the end of the 5 years, the government will grant this conditional pardon, and if they want to continue their services in the military of the United States of America, it is okay. But if they do not want to return and they want to resign and go back to their normal life, it is also okay for them. And why 5 years? Because that is the standard time of the government in the military draft right now. Now I'm going to give you 2 points of argument. The first point of argument is on the urgency to answer the question why we should apply this proposal. We believe that the United States of America has a large responsibility in providing security, be it in the domestic and be it in the global way. I'll give an example how first the United States of America has the responsibility to protect the homeland security that is happening within the confines, within the borders of the United States of America. And second, they also have to aid for the United Nations peacekeeping mission troops, for example, in the Somalian pirates in the Somalia and in Africa. And the third, they also have this bilateral treaty with their trading partners, with the country that has not sufficient military. For example, the United States of America is having this contract with Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and Japan to provide them with military protection for them in exchange for oil and exchange for other trading goods. Therefore, we believe that the United States of America and status quo has a large number of responsibility to provide the security in the global war on terror. And these three responsibilities is being amplified by the current trend of war on global war on terror, that is the war want to engage in the war of Afghanistan and Iraq. But the problem is, at the status quo, we have a shortage of military troops and gentlemen. Why this shortage is happening? Because it is impossible for you, for the government, to keep one troop to serve indefinitely for years and for years without any kind of circulation. Why is so? Because first we have this moral position. What we mean by the moral position is that these troops have a psychological endurance, to frequently exposed to hostile environment where people throwing bombs and so on and so forth. Therefore, in certain level, you have to refresh them, you have to circulate and rotate them. And second of all, because they have this right to gather with their family and the homeland. Therefore, when the fact is that we cannot keep one troop indefinitely within our military position, the solution is through the rotation system, the circulation system, refreshment of troops in order to provide fresh troops to be deployed in the warfare. We do not say, ladies and gentlemen, that our proposal will solve this problem of the shortage, because we believe we cannot guarantee that every perpetrators of the heinous crime would apply for this proposal. But we say that even one additional troop for the United States of America in this time of war really matters, ladies and gentlemen. Why is so? Because we have this specialization for the troops inside the United States military. For example, we have these troops specialized for paramedic, the troops specialized for sharpshooter or sniper, or machine gun in the frontier of war, ladies and gentlemen. Then even if one Marine, even if he only has this one additional troop, if he has been installed with these combating skills, we believe that the existence of this one troop, single troop, is really matter. And why it is philosophically correct for the government, even if there is only a single troop applying for this proposal? Because in the time of war, the role of a good government is to provide and is to utilize every possible ways, every possible alternative and choices in order to gain the victory in the global war on terror and enemy. And why we do anything in order to gain the victory? Because at the first place, this is for the sake of the society. This is for the sake of the security of the United States people. Because the Obama sends troops to Afghanistan is to put an end to the terrorism effect in the globe, in the world that threatens life of the society survival, the basic right of the society. I'm going to give you my second argument on justification point why we could forgive the heinous crime perpetrators here. Because we believe our proposal is still in line with the conception of the function of law. What is the conception of function of law? The conception of function of law is the reason why our government incriminates people is because we want to achieve the social order by offering the reward and punishment mechanism, retribution. When you have done wrong to the society, then you have to retribute them. You have to compensate your misdeeds to the society. And in our proposal, maybe we do not punish them, but we give these prisoners a chance to retribute their mistake to the society by giving them the chance to defend our country. And because the essence of the retribution educates the society to compensate their misdeeds in a very benefited way, ladies and gentlemen. Because the heinous crime, the essence of repairment to the victims can be allocated into two ways. The first way is by undergoing a life sentence or the death penalty, that is, that infringes their right of movement forever. Or second, by our proposal, is by retributing themselves to the society through a benefited way by defending them to gain our victory inside the warfare. So at the end of my speech, I have proven to you how this proposal is very urgent to be conducted because we have this shortage of military conscription, and because it is justifiable to do so because it is still in line with the conception of function of law. Therefore, we beg you to propose.